Most people think their pension sits in an account somewhere, filling up, waiting for them. It does not. The moment money leaves your paycheck for retirement, it passes through 7 different companies before it buys a single share of anything. Companies you have probably never heard of. Right here on How Things Count, we trace one pension contribution from paycheck to portfolio. Start with the deduction. Your employer runs payroll. The pension contribution is calculated. Maybe 5% of your gross salary, maybe 8%. That money never touches your bank account. It is routed straight out of your paycheck, along with your employer's matching contribution on top. So far, this looks like the last video. Money leaving before you see it, but the path that money takes is longer than most people expect. Your contribution arrives at the plan administrator. This is the company your employer hired to run the pension scheme. Names like Fidelity, Vanguard, Empower, or Legal & General. Think of the administrator as a dispatcher. It does not invest your money. It handles the logistics, the taxes, the regulations, the enrollment paperwork. It makes sure the right amount leaves the right employee and lands in the right account. Every pay period, without fail. But it needs a second system to track the details. That system is the record keeper, often the same company wearing a different hat. The record keeper logs every contribution, every investment election, every balance change in your account. It is your pension's bookkeeper. When you log into your pension portal and see a balance, you're looking at the record keeper's ledger. The record keeper tracks the numbers. It does not hold the money. The actual assets are locked inside a Custodian Bank, State Street, BNY Mellon, Northern Trust, JP Morgan. These are enormous institutions whose entire job is holding securities on behalf of other people. Think of a custodian like a vault operator. It does not decide what to store inside the vault. It does not buy or sell anything. It just makes sure nothing disappears. The custodian holds trillions of dollars of other people's investments. Your pension contribution is in there somewhere, mixed among millions of others. But none of those institutions decide what to buy with your money. That happens somewhere else. If that sounds like a lot of middlemen, we are only halfway through the chain. Now we reach the decision maker, the fund manager. This is the entity that takes the pool of money and decides what to buy. Stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities. Most people never make an active choice in their pension settings. Their money lands in a target date fund by default, a fund designed to start aggressive and become conservative as you age. The manager adjusts the mix automatically. When you're young, the mix might be 60% stocks, 30% bonds, 10% alternatives. It shifts toward 80% bonds as retirement approaches. You did not choose this. Someone chose it for you, probably when your employer picked the plan's default option. That choice also determined how much of your money leaves quietly every year. So now your money is invested. It owns tiny fractions of thousands of companies around the world. Apple, Nestle, Toyota. It owns government bonds issued by the US Treasury and the European Central Bank. It might own a small slice of a London office building or a data center in Virginia. Your pension is not a number sitting still. It is alive, growing, shrinking, reacting to every market open and every central bank decision, all without a single decision from you. Every one of those companies in the chain provides a service, and every one of them needs to get paid. This is where the jar starts cracking. The administrator charges a fee for logistics, usually a flat quarterly charge, $25 to $75 per participant. The fund manager charges an expense ratio. This is a percentage of your total balance. It is deducted silently every year. The average for a pension equity fund is 0.26%. Some active funds charge 1% or more. Then there are distribution fees, audit fees, compliance costs. Each one small, each one invisible unless you read a 60-page prospectus. 41% of pension savers do not know they are paying fees at all. That is not an estimate. That is a government study. Here's what that costs over a career. Take $100,000 invested at 7% annual growth. Add a fee of just 0.5% per year. After 35 years, your balance reaches $911,000. Without that fee, it reaches $1,068,000. The difference is $157,000. Gone. Not to a crash, not to a bad bet, to friction. The system's operating cost and fees are not the only risk you're carrying. This is a defined contribution plan. If those investments lose, you lose. There's no guarantee, no insurance, no backstop. The market drops 30%. Your pension drops 30%. Compare that to the old defined benefit pensions. Your employer promised a fixed payout. It did not matter what the market did. Those plans are disappearing. Only 15% of private employers still offer them. For everyone else, the investment risk sits entirely with you. Even though you may have never chosen a single fund, that is every stop your money makes and every hand it pays along the way. Your pension is not a jar filling up. It is a chain of 7 organizations. An employer deducts, an administrator dispatches, a record keeper tracks, a custodian safeguards, a fund manager invests. the market moves your money, and at every link a fee is extracted. Understanding that chain is the first step to knowing whether your retirement is actually building the way you were told it would. Follow How Things Count to see more of the hidden systems behind everyday money.